Hi everyone, and welcome to What's Love Got to Do With It YouTube Hop and Challenge, hosted by Betty, who is Scrap Passion 01 here on YouTube, and the Facebook group Crafters with Artitude. I will have links to all the participants in the hop in the description box below. And I will also have a link to Betty's video explaining about the challenges for the hop. My challenge was stick pins, and I have made 3 stick pins to show you. Very simple and easy to use, or make, I'm sorry. And I used beads and bead caps and spacers, and I have a charm, and I just glued them all onto the stick pin, which these are 2.5 inches long. You can add these to projects, you can, send them as gifts, you can do just about anything with these, and they were very easy and simple to make. So this is my challenge for the hop. Now I will show you the projects that I made for the hop, and we had to use the word love on one of our projects. And the first project I made was this altered paper bag card. I just took a white paper bag and I folded up one of the ends and made a pocket. The paper that I used on this I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's the little 6x6 paper stack that everybody's been falling in love with, the Valentine paper. I believe it's called Amour. So I covered the front and back of the bag, and I also covered the tag that's in the pocket. I layered some lace and some box pleated trim and some of these flat back pearls that I got from Hobby Lobby. All this trim came from Hobby Lobby, and I used some gesso to soften up the pearls, and I have some butterflies that I punched out with my Martha Stewart punch. I have some heart embellishments here that I've glued to the bag, and on the pocket I've done the same thing. I've layered the lace and the trim and the pearls, and I added some more butterflies to the side here, and then I've added this beautiful pick that has feathers and rhinestones and an acrylic flower. Really pretty. And I have a flower cluster here, and all these flowers here on the bottom came from Wild Orchid Crafts. I have some cheesecloth to kind of make them a little shabby chic. And then I have another button embellishment down here, one of the hearts. And I have some stamen that I tucked in. And I used gesso on the flowers to soften them up. And these, I believe, are the wild roses. And then I have some open roses and some hip roses. And then I have some leaves here down at the bottom. And on this side I have a little angel cherub on this side with another small open rose and some leaves. And then I have the word love here, which is popped up, and then it's on top of this cheesecloth here. Really pretty. I love the way this came out. And then the tag is just a small tag that I covered with paper on one side, and on the other side I left it blank, but I inked it with Victorian velvet. You can put a message on here. And then I have a couple of chipboard letters that I inked also with a Victorian velvet, and then used some gesso on that. And I have another butterfly that I punched out. And then I layered some of that lace and some more of the pearls at the top. And I've inked everything with Victorian velvet, all the paper, the paper bag, and the tag itself. And I have some seam binding here at the top. That's also from Wild Orchid Crafts. Really beautiful. I love the way that it has come out. It's very shabby chic. Well, my interpretation of shabby chic. And then I also made a little altered gable box. And the box I got from Hobby Lobby. And it's one of the smaller one. It's one of the little mini ones. I thought they were so cute. So I decided to alter one of these up, and I used the same paper line, the Amour collection. Very pretty. And I went all the way around the box, and what I did on the box is I used my Tim Holt distress tool on the edges of the paper just to kind of shabby them up a little bit. And on the back of the box I have a heart-shaped button, that I snapped the shank off and then glued it to the back of the box. And all the way around the box I have used more of this lace and then some more of this satin pleated trim and more of the flat pearls all the way around. And at the top of the box I used some more of that seam binding and made a double bow, and I had this beautiful button with rhinestone in the middle, so I used that for the top. And then on the bottom I have more of the beautiful Wild Orchid Craft flowers, another one of the wild roses, one of the Tuscany roses, and more of the hip rosebuds. And then I also took some shabby rose trim, and I took one of them and I cut it in half, and then I folded it and tucked it in behind the flower, and then I added some more cheesecloth, and I have some of these beautiful stamens that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I inked it, or not inked, but I used gesso on all the flowers on the box as well, just to soften it up. And I really love how this came out. And I also inked the box with Victorian velvet just to give it a little more softness. And those are my projects. I really love the way they came out, and my pins. And I hope you are enjoying the hop. And please check out all the ladies, and thanks for stopping.